How's it going out there? Today is Friday, February 28th, 2025. How is everybody doing? I hope wherever you are in this great big world, you are doing all right. Please excuse my absence. I've been sick plus 5 days. So this video should have been out 2 Sundays ago. But it is what it is. And that's kind of why I took a social media break. Because I didn't want to see all the bullshit on there and then make my sickness worse. If that makes sense. Stress makes your sickness worse. But I am 99% better. So here we are. And today, in real time, I'm bringing you Secrets of the Necronomicon Revealed, Episode 2, which is an extension, an addendum, a continuation of the video up here in the right-hand corner, which you should watch that one regardless, because even though I will be recapping, there's still valuable information in that video. For the OG people who've been with my channel for a long time, you know that I have used the Simon Necronomicon. That is my main path working. And in 2019, I took a Conjuration formula. I took the incantation given in the Aurelia text to summon MISUSE. And then later on, I summoned his brother, Humwawa, or Humbaba, later on, to help heal my heart, my mind, my emotions by eating the dead memories, the negative energy, thoughts, and all of that weighed me down. For MISUSE brings the winds of death, famine and plague, an angel of disease, if you will. And his brother, Humwawa, is the eater of the decaying and the dead. Now, for those who read the Simon Necronomicon, once they foolishly get past the Lovecraftian mindset that other witches and sorcerers and magical practitioners foolishly place on this book, once they get past that, they take the book rather literally, just like I did when I started my journey back in 2010. This book has a safeguard to protect the serious practitioner from those who are profane and think of it as a joke, who don't take this lifestyle of magic and spirituality seriously. And one such safeguard is the fact that this book is written in duality, benevolence and malevolence. The Aurelia text is such an example of malevolence. But unlike most gods and goddesses and other magical systems and pantheons, where they are just straight up evil or good, the gods and goddesses, entities, demons within the Necronomicon are dual. They are both good and they are both bad. They are like us. We are their children. We are Tiamat's children. Her husband, Kingu, spilt his blood to help create us. More to the point. When I did my first few rituals with Pazuzu and then Hamwawa, I read this Conjuration incantation as it was. Exactly as you see here. And I've done this about 4 times. I have a playlist, which will be at the end of the video, if you would like to check out these rituals. I took Hamwawa and his ability to eat the dead to help heal me from the trauma, from the damage, just all that negative, yucky stuff that we keep in our subconscious and in our hearts. Dead memories. People who hurt us. We keep it and it weighs us down. So I called upon him. I gave offering to him. It has to be, well, it has to be a part of you. It could be your energy, if you so will it. But as of late, I've had some, well, I'll do a video on that, explaining that later. You can give your energy, which can be dangerous. You can give hair or clipped fingernails, if you so desire. Your blood, your sexual fluids, if you will, your spit, and that's about as far as I would go. I wouldn't give any waste offering, because I know there's some weirdos out there that would. And that's just sick, literally. But it has to be an offering from you, either from the ethereal body that you have or your physical body. Well, I've been giving him physical pieces of my body. I admit it, I have bad teeth. My mother told me to brush my teeth, and I just said, yeah, right. I'm gonna have teeth forever. But, anyway. It has to be a piece of you to connect to him. Because that is the only way to do it. Now, I'm not saying, purposely cut yourself or pull your teeth out or whatever. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if you have a loose tooth, if you have the blood drawing devices, but it has to be a physical piece of you. Preferred. Let's just say that. If you don't feel comfortable with any of that, you can give energy, but just do not give too much. So, I've done this all the way up to last year. And I noticed that he will eat as much as he can. He's not going to cure your heart and mind overnight. He can only do so much at a time. And that's a big disclaimer I'm going to put out there. He can only do so much. And I learned that. And to be honest, I felt really fantastic the first time I did it. Jump to last year, 2024. I'm reading through the Aurelia text in the Simon Necronomicon again. And where you see my finger is pointed, I go, huh. And as I've been reading a lot in the last 5 years, I noticed that when writers do that, that's practically saying insert name here. And that blew my mind. I was like, what? Have I been going about this all wrong? Well, yeah, I was. So, I made that video. But I wanted to consult, other practitioners in the craft. Sorcerer Armand Azul, Magicology. They're my brothers in craft, and they're the ones I look up to the most when it comes to the magical arts, and mostly the Simon Necronomicon. VK Johannem, not so much, but the others I've mentioned, formerly Papers in the Attic, now Warlock Asylum, I look up to, because they've been doing this for a very long time. I consulted them, and then I made that video, and then 2 Sundays ago, when I got sick, I was copying this incantation down in my grimoire, and then I noticed at the very top, I noticed after a year, after 15 years of reading this book, I noticed that. Insert name here. Did I ever feel stupid? But, yeah, I felt pretty stupid. I've said it many times before. My brothers in craft will tell you the same thing. This book is a living book. It will show you, it will reveal to you information you need when it is time. You can read this book from start to finish one time. Come back to it later, and you will find information you did not see before, or information that was there, but your mind did not see it. It will reveal to you things when you are ready. And odd as this is one of them. I read this incantation. I recited it many times. And I read it just as you're seeing it. And then it just finally dawned on me last year that this means insert name. And then 2 Sundays ago, it dawned on me again, saying insert name. So, what does this mean for my previous rituals? Well, I said it worked. I summoned these demons. I summoned them. They performed the task I asked of them. They did what I called them to do, even though I did not specifically say their name in the incantation. But I did have their sigil right there on my altar. On my mantle of calling was the sigil. I summoned them because of my will, my desire, and my belief. The sigil of Hamwawa, the sigil of Pazuzu were there. Therefore, they were being called specifically. Just not physically called by my voice. It is because of my will, my desire, and my belief that brought them, that preformed my tasks. Now, does this have anything to do with Hamwawa's ability? No. As I stated, he can only devour so much. And if you've had, well, basically, I had 30-something years of damage and trauma upon damage and trauma from my family, my ex-girlfriend, and all the assholes I had from elementary to high school to my adult life, putting me down, being negative to me. That's like 30-something years of emotional damage. Okay? You gotta do it at a time. So I've done it here, I've done it there. It will work. But you have to repeat. You have to repeat. But give it some time. Give it a couple of years. Even though they are on the, I don't know how to put this delicately, but even though they are in the text that is based on their malevolence, they can still be benevolent. Because remember, they are us. We are them. They are both good and they are both bad. But you can't use them like an ATM machine, which I just contradicted myself by saying that. It's ATM, not ATM machine. If you catch people saying that a lot, you'll be amazed about how many people say that. Just like hot water heater. People say that a lot. Pay attention next time. You'll be amazed how many people say that. You can't treat them as an ATM. You can't demand anything without respect and time. Give them time to work. You will know when you need to do it again. You will know. You will feel it. And then go there. They will help you, but they will also hurt you. MISUSE, huge reputation because of Hollywood. They made him the villainous, evil, the devil with that damn Exorcist movie, which is pretty good. It's still a good movie, but if you go in, watch the movie and go like, oh man, MISUSE's evil, then you're going to have a bad time. But if you go in knowing that it's just a movie, it doesn't mean anything, some of the information is correct about him being from ancient Mesopotamia, but other than that, just realizing it's just for entertainment, you'll be alright. Yes, MISUSE has brought plague. Yes, he has brought disease. But he also can help heal you physically. He will help protect your pregnant wife or girlfriend, your sister, your mother. He will help protect children from Lamashtu and the Lilith demons. And Hamwawa, who was the guardian of the cedar forest, who was killed by King Gilgamesh. He was the protector. But when he was killed, he came back reformed as one of the Abominations, or the dead god. And thus, he eats the dead and the dying. But do not go in thinking that he is straight up nice. I cannot emphasize this enough. You come in, you show respect. You summon them with respect. If you don't have a backbone, or you have any doubts, then just simply do not do this. Just walk away. Go to a therapist. Just do not do this. So, as I wrap this video up, I want to say that when I made this revelation, Sorcerer Armand Azul of the Black Tower got in contact with me, which was pretty ironic because he did it at the end of the night when I discovered this. Or actually, when I took these pictures. I did it on a Tuesday. I did this before I went to work. And then, as I was leaving work, he came back. That's a story to tell, but he came back and messaged me, and he confirmed what I already confirmed with my intuition and my gnosis from Pazuzu. But I also learned that this can also work with multiple names. So you can do, for example, Pazuzu and Homwawa together. You can also use other spirit names, like a family member and such. Just because it says dead god doesn't mean it's limited to them. Depending on the situation, this can be summoning a demon, a dead god, which translates to forgotten. Or it could be a necromancy spell to summon a spirit. And that is from my understanding and from what I read. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But that part blew my mind. I was like, oh! So, in conclusion, the Necronomicon, once again, proves that it is a living entity. It will reveal to you things that you need to know when you need to know them. And yeah. With that, I'm going to call it a day, because I'm doing this before I have to go to work. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to come find me, my links are in the description. Now that I'm almost 100% better, I will be on social media again, if you haven't already noticed. And with that, I want to say, I love you all. Cool runnings. Irie Ites.